We are finally back, and it's a big amount of books. Yeah. Even I was surprised, even though I knew what I was getting. So yeah, back to the library. Oh, and the other two, just the library themselves. I hope this is the right volume, because with being away for so long, you forget exactly how I just... Did I? Sorry. So this one, I think I was on volume 6 of Blue Exorcist. So I'm on volume 7 now. But being away for so long, I don't remember. It's kind of annoying. But I do know I was on volume 2 of New X-Men. Of New Academy X, New Academy. Academy X, New X-Men. Yeah, very weird name of it. Very weird with naming it. I thought it was the New Academy X-Men volume 1. I wasn't the hugest fan of. But I didn't hate it. So now it's on to actually, some weren't intro loans, but now let's go in this order. Okay, because originally I thought I wouldn't be able to get the books myself. I thought someone else would have to get them for me. So I put some to the side, I put on some on hold in the library themselves. That's why it's kind of all mixed in, as we'll see here soon. First one up is Queen and Country, Definitive Edition, Volume 2. I liked Volume 1 enough to want to read Volume 2. But there's just so much that I was like, eh. You know, it wasn't like, oh my god, this is the best book ever. I cannot wait for volume 2. And like, I'm so hooked. It was kind of like, it's alright. But what was good about it was the characters. You know, characters and the situations and the action. That got me through it. Just they felt the need to talk about the CIA to the ad nauseum. Like, you really cared about that stuff. Volume 2 of Wonder Woman, Brian Zarello. I have read this before. Along with this one, Volume 1 of Ultimate Fantastic Four. Oof. There's a little thing on the back. That's how you know it's old. That's how you know how old it is. It was a series I dropped off on, but I wanted to get back on. Especially now that I'll get the right volumes, because I was behind the volume. This next one I just need to check to make sure I got the right one. Yep. Guardians of the Galaxy, all new Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 1, Communication Breakdown, collecting the weirdest issues. It doesn't even go in order, as you can see. That's weird. But I think like with the Wonder Woman Rebirth series, not the one I'm getting right now, but the Rebirth series, it was because some issues, they had like a year 1 on some issues. So it was kind of different. They didn't want to just complete, you know. They didn't want to get all in one, I guess. It was kind of stupid. Spread, Volume 1, it's by Justin Jordan, the same guy, said my name, saying, oh, Colin Bunn liked it, but he did the, Rebirth, Volume 1, they didn't have Volume 2, but I wanted to read a bit more of Justin Jordan's writing. The Smallest, Thinnest Deadpool Classic, Volume 8, why couldn't they just have meshed it into Volume 9 and made Volume 8 and 9 Volume 8, I don't know. Plus, Volume 9 is so much bigger. The book, I didn't think I'd be able to find or get because they weren't saying it was available. They didn't like say anything about it when they were telling me everything. They gave me the scoops on the other books, but Batwoman Rebirth Volume 1. I just want to see how it is. I kind of wish I'd known that. It's a stupid light, and it's like, I hate that. But I wish I'd known that the Batwoman omnibus I have isn't all of New 52. It's just part of it. It's kind of weird. It had to be 52. Yeah, at the most, it was 52 issues. They collect 40 of the series issues, or 41, including the annual, actually 42, including the annual and issue 0. Why didn't they just collect the rest of this shit? I don't know, because it wasn't Batwoman omnibus by Greg Rucka, you know? Made it a little bit bigger. I wouldn't mind paying more. I know, I'm talking a lot about, just droning on and on, I know, but hey, guys, have to talk about. Batman Dracula. Didn't think they'd have this. I guess I never thought to look it up. But it was always the Batman series, and Elseworlds Batman book I always wanted to read. No movies this time, speaking of watching. I guess they're going in order, because it's the next set of Interloan books. Oh, I was like, what the hell is this book? And I was like, oh yeah, 47 Ronin. It should be a dark horse book. Man, this is in not terrible shape, but you can tell a lot of people have read this book before. But yeah, 47. I probably should have gotten the Frank Miller one first, but I guess 47. Well, I looked up best dark horse books, and that was the first one to come up. Even though Google will give you anything, they'll just pick a random dark horse book and say, yeah, that's the best one. Justice League of America, another reread of the. Oh, I was like, for a second there, I was like, oh shit, I was supposed to get this book along with it, and I did. But a reread of the Silver Age Justice League. It's probably going to end up being the first one I read, or one of the first. Oh, that's weird. Why did I do it like that? Huh. The only book, and this kind of pisses me off, because 2 were supposed to come in today, and like 12 came in last time, and of course all the books say. I know, it's definitely more than 2. I know that, more than 1. But for Thursdays, it's supposed to be more than just Iron Man Doom Quest. Iron Man Doom Quest, I read the first issue. I really liked it. I was like, wow, that's surprisingly good. I thought I'd hate it. Because I think the first time I read it, I didn't like it at all. And I went, and I'm glad to do my wrong box redemption thing. I know I get that from Comic Pop. But that's what I call it, my wrong box. And not just books I hated, it's also books that I have, like say I have multiversity. Let's say I own this book, but I had one of the issues contained in it. Well, I would just, sorry, I was distracted there for a second, I didn't see a barcode. I would just sell the individual issue and keep the hardcover, It's not just books I hated that go in my wrong box. I know I don't really need to clarify. This is also a reread. I really liked it, but I want to read it again. I forgot. I remembered a lot about it, which is kind of like one of those things I second guessed. I know, I'm doing a lot of over explanations. This guy came in on last Thursday, and I'm glad that I knew how long I had to pick them up because it's an interloan book. Because I would have been so pissed off if I had to leave behind Green Arrow, 80 Years of the Emerald Archer. Pretty new book. In fact, I had to do the math to make sure I'd be able to get it. But this has, I really wanted to read this, Golden Age Green Arrow. When you hear that the Longbow Hunter saga, which is 2 omnibuses I have, take Green Arrow in a completely different direction than the way you're used to, I'm like, you know what? I kind of do want to read something like that's completely the opposite of... I haven't read it yet, Longbow Hunters. And ironically enough, that's what's collected in there. I know, I'm doing a lot of over-explanations that are completely unnecessary. So this is the other one that I was almost like I thought I had almost forgotten, but I didn't, and that's Green Lantern Chronicles. Yet another reread. But I remember really liking the first few issues of it, and I got sick of it, and I stopped reading it. I don't know if I ever finished it, because I think I was back when I just wouldn't finish a book, so I didn't have the endurance, I guess. This one is the one that I was talking about with looked super woke and SJW. But they had the local library. Almost did an interloan, but I'm glad I looked it up at the local library because they would have been another book they put in my hold without my permission, technically. Because they can do that. They to make sure, like, hey, we have this book. Don't keep putting on the interloans, and that's quite incredible. It looks really weird, like one of those books, but I'm willing to give it a chance. And I think it goes by chapter. It's good. It's written by Rodney Barnes, who did Philadelphia. The majority of the books I get are because it's written by an author that I bought a book of recently. I know I can just read the book I got recently, but this way is doing it. I'll read them eventually, obviously, but I just like doing it this way. I know this is like reiterating, saying the same shit, not saying the same shit. Saying the same shit over and over and over and over. But reread Grayson Volume 1. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, I should mention this right when I started filming. I'm going to start naming this something different than reading recommendations plus more. that. I'm gonna call it books I'm reading this week, and then put the week in the parentheses. Because calling it reading recommendations plus more, even if I do specify what week it is, it gets really redundant. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. 30 Days of Night, and yet another reread. I think half the books are rereads, honestly. Sandman. Sandman is a series that I have read and read and read and kept giving up. I read the first volume, really liked it. Read the second volume, gave up. Picked back up, read the next two, gave up. Read the next two, gave up. The sixth one, The Fables and Reflections. I took like a 5-month break after that. That was the worst Sandman for me. Because it was everything I didn't like about Sandman. I like when it's actually like it's present day, when it actually follows the same amount of characters, I don't know what it is, but I think it's just Neil Gaiman. I don't know for sure. That was the other one, but no, it was fine. I was going to get that Marvel 1602, I'll get that next time. I got enough books anyways. Keep me occupied. And a lot of these were interloans from all different libraries. So I didn't just get 20 books in my library. That would be kind of sus. It's a sus word. But yeah, a lot of books to read. And I'm going to end it here because I want to at least read some books before I had to go to bed. But I'm not going to be able to read any... I read one of each. And then that's how I do it. I don't read like all of Frank Incredible and all of Iron Man. No, I'll read one Frank Incredible, like one of each. I keep saying the same thing now. But that's how I do it, and that's how I'm going to have to do it now. That's just 20 books, and a lot of them are thick books. I would never get... Put it into perspective, that my hauls have never been this... Actually, no, they have been. Per month, they have been. But per day, it's never been this big. Can you imagine that, getting 20 trades of varying sizes all in one go? Wow, only 12 minutes. Huh. Like a lot longer. I'm gonna prattle on for about 2 more minutes so it gets to 14 minutes because I'm superstitious. Hey, if you're ever like, oh, why are you so superstitious? Realize what just happened this month with the library freak out and all this. December, I got 13 trades. If you don't, that's coincidence in a nutshell. Coincidence, I think, not in a nutshell. That's an Incredibles reference. Yeah, a lot of books. The Green Arrow one, I'm always really curious to read, like, the golden age of characters. Captain America, I feel like, is one I'll never really be interested in, which is kind of weird because why wouldn't I be? It's a character I like, and it follows all the same rules they apply to read the Green Arrow one. I know I said it very awkwardly. I really want to say I was on Volume 7 of Blue Exorcist. I need to start writing them down, don't I? Well, I didn't think I'd be taking a almost month break from the library, so excuse the hell out of me. Yeah, quite a stack. I think the one I'm most excited to read is the Green Arrow one. Because that one came in. So the whole thing about that one, I don't think I finished what I was saying. But for the Green Arrow one, it came out on, I put it in on Tuesday, pretty early. It was right before my dentist appointment. And that was the only one I could put in because the internet there was slow. And everything was acting up. Like, iPad, everything. So I was only able to put in one book. And then I had to come in. So that's why that one book came in on that Thursday. I was like, oh, I can't go. I can only go every other week. So it was so annoying. And especially it was one book, too. So yeah, it was about a week of waiting. And it was Tuesday, of course, 12 of the 14 books comes in. And then today, only one of the 2 books come in. So I don't know what I'm going to do for next week. But the next one was Extraordinary X-Men, which I read the first issue of. Thought it was alright. Yeah. That was alright. But I wanted to read the rest of it. That's why I got the X-Men book I did, just so I can get my X-Men fix, I guess. That is it. 15-minute video, not bad, especially because usually these go on for 30 minutes. No reading recommendations, also, because I'm just gonna call it from now on. Well, not from now on, because there'll be reading recommendations next time. But for library halls, I'll be calling it what I'm reading this week, and I'll just do reviews of the books I read last week. I want to start calling my videos different things, different titles. But that's it. I'm gonna end it.